Hi everybody, it's Pete again. So as I said in my last video, I'm going to try to present you occasionally with new and relevant topics of discussion. And today I want to talk about specifically homeowners and their number one question. One of the biggest questions that we always receive as realtors is, when's the best time to sell our home? And there's lots of popular thoughts out there. The most common is in the springtime, and there's a lot of advantages to that. But there are definitely other opportunities that can work even better. I'm here to tell you, based on my 33 years of experience, that the best time to sell your house, unequivocally, is when the buyer is there. Not 6 months later after your neighbor sold their house and though yours is a little bit better or has this or has that, whatever, that buyer's gone. Your hope of getting that extra dollar has already basically gone elsewhere. But I can tell you from experience, the best time to sell is when there's a vacuum in the market, and that's usually created right after another home is sold in your neighborhood or several homes are selling, because that shows you that there's a market force, that there's a demand for homes in your neighborhood, and yes, location has everything to do with it. Features has a multitude of things to do with it. But the bottom line is people look for neighborhoods, they look for commutability to work, they look for school systems, whatever they're looking for. It always circulates around a given marketplace. So let me illustrate. Home comes on the market, attracts a lot of interest. 5-10 people show up at an open house. Somebody buys it. It goes in 7 to 10 days. What happened to the other 9? They look for the next house. That's why you always want to look for things that are selling in your neighborhood. And the way to find that out is to work with a local realtor who knows that marketplace and knows what's happening. At Gloria Zastko Realtors, we pride ourselves on knowing the marketplace, knowing what's happening. But additionally, we employ lots of tools that help us analyze markets all over, irregardless of whether it's in our neighborhood, but basically in the Central Jersey marketplace. Anyhow, so springtime, let's talk about it. Springtime is when all the signs pop up on the lawns as fast as flowers do, sometimes faster. All the buyers who've been holding back over the winter, waiting for the warm weather, start going out and kicking the tires. The problem with this is that most of the buyers that are coming into the marketplace at that time, they're not ready to buy. They're just starting to look. That's why you see so many open houses in the spring. Realtors are collecting their buyers and possible seller leads. The other problem is that you have a lot of competition. One of the best times I've found to sell a home, and I always take it back to a story of someone who listed their house in May, went on the market, was on the market for 6 months while everybody was out vacationing and everything else. Home didn't sell. Knocked on their door, said, let's get you on the market during the holidays. Why? Let me wait till after the new year. No, that's when everybody else is listing. That's when your competition comes. We listed their house right after Christmas, and within 3 days, we had a full price offer on the house. Why? Because there was a serious buyer out there. Serious buyers look, no matter what time of year it is, there's a motivation there. So there's never really a good time. But the bottom line is we found that buyer. He paid one of the highest prices for a piece of real estate in that development in years. And had they waited, they might have missed out, because whoever was on the market at that time, that's when the buyer was there, and we got them. Another common thing is waiting for the market to go up. Here's the problem with that. Wait for the market to go up, and guess what happens? You're buying in that same rising marketplace. Same thing with interest rates. Interest rates, when you're in a buy and sell situation, yes, the interest rates, as they go up, who gets hurt the most? The seller gets hurt, because number one, your buyer can afford less because of the higher interest rates. And that will always make it tougher for you to get that top dollar that you should get for your home. But then conversely, we get a contract on your home and it's your turn to go buy. So you're buying in a higher interest rate climate, and therefore your interest rate that you're going to be paying for the next 15, 20, 30 years is going to be that much higher, and it costs you more in the long run. So that's why it's always best to try to capitalize on a market when the rates are low. And that's exactly what's happening right now. We're at interest rates right now that we've never expected to see them back again. All the talk was about rising interest rates. Those days are gone. It's going to go up. Well, guess what? We got a break. We have a window. So I don't want to be the guy beating the drum. Now's the time. Okay? The time is right for you to take advantage of the interest rates. That's all that's to it. But more importantly, you have to look at what your goals are, what you're trying to accomplish, where you're trying to go, and your timing needs. A good, experienced realtor is what you need to help give you the advice that you need, help tailor a marketing program to meet those needs, meet those timing needs, as well as help you negotiate for the highest and best possible price. I hope what I've offered here today has been of benefit, maybe given you some eye-opening thoughts, things to consider. But the bottom line is, I'd love to help you. I'm easily found either via my cell phone, my office, email, website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Okay, I make myself available, and I do respond quickly when people reach out to me. So please do subscribe, and don't ever forget, when it comes to results, you can't beat Pete. Thanks. See you next time.